Advisory Committee on the Status of Women for the City of Worcester. My name is Patricia LaFleur. I'm the Director of Human Rights and Accessibility and the staff liaison to this commission. And we have a very abbreviated agenda because we have a scheduled event this month, which is the Women and Young Women of Consequence event to be held at City Hall later this month. I'm going to yield to the chair to just make a couple brief housekeeping things. I'll take a roll call first, just letting anyone know that this meeting is being recorded. It has to be according to the Massachusetts open meeting law. If you do not agree and want to be recorded, then you need to get off of the meeting because this is a public meeting. So having heard all that, I'm going to take a brief roll call of the members present. Chair Amaris Gonzalez.
Present.
Member Monica Goodwin.
Present.
Member Lauren Morocco.
Present.
Member Kate Norton. Member Esther Boama Nyarko. Member Katie Roy.
Here.
Member Stephanie Silva.
Here.
And our newest member, Jenny Cow.
Present.
Thank you. I'll yield back to Amaris.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today. Just so that we just do brief introductions. I know that Jenny, you've just heard everybody's name, but just a warm welcome. Thank you for being here. And I'll give everybody just a quick moment to introduce themselves, and then we'll move on to approving last month's meeting minutes. I'll pass it on to Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Roy. I have been on the committee for maybe like a year and a half. So we're super happy to have you. Welcome. I'll pass it on to Stephanie.
Hey, Jenny. My name is Stephanie Silva. I think it's also been a year and a half for me. It's hard to tell. I'd have to look back. But I am the Director of Program and Events at the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And great to have you. Happy to meet you. I'll pass it over to Lauren.
Hi, Jenny. I'm at Catholic Charities Worcester County, and I've been here only a couple months. I'm one of the newer members, but it's really great to see another new member too. And I'll pass it on to Monica.
Hi, Jenny. We actually know each other, but I've been on the committee since I think November.
That's not fair.
Awesome. And then I didn't give like a super formal introduction, but I'm Amaris. I work at the Greater Worcester Community Foundation, and I've been on the committee. I think I'm approaching year 3. It feels shorter than that, but we do a lot of good work. So glad to have you here. And so now I just want to approve last month's minutes. If we could just take a second to look at last month's minutes, and then and once we do that, we can vote to approve. Are we all set with that, or do we need a minute or two? Yeah. Motion to approve last month's minutes.
Second.
That was you, Katie Roy, right?
Yes, it was.
Thank you. So we have a motion to approve the minutes from last month. Just to let you know, Jenny, you can vote because we're actually just voting as to the authenticity. We're not approving content necessarily minutes, just that these are the minutes for the last month. So it is allowable under the open meeting law for you to go ahead and vote if you like to. If you don't want to, you can do that as well. I just wanted to let you know. So roll call for the motion to approve the minutes. Chair Amaris Gonzalez.
Yes.
Member Monica Goodwin.
Yes.
Lauren Morocco.
Yes.
Esther Boama Nyarko, who's absent. Katie Roy.
Yes.
Stephanie Silva.
Yes.
And Jenny Cow.
Yes.
Great. The motion carries unanimously. Everyone, I don't know if you can see, but our office assistant, Sarah Beth Jerome, is on here with us. Sarah Beth has been the she's like the shopper in the office when we need something done. She procures it for us, so she's been the one getting all these little goodies and things that we need. And if we have any specific questions, any of you have any specific questions about the list of things that I sent to you earlier in the month, she's the person who can probably directly answer that, because she's the one who's been sort of in the center of, procuring stuff. So I'll yield back to Amaris to continue down the agenda.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Sarah Beth, welcome. Glad to have you here. We
you.
hear that so much about you and all the good work that you do for us. It's very helpful. Very
You're welcome.
grateful for that.
Glad to help.
Thank you so much. We are going to talk about the Women of Consequence Awards, just a final run through to kind of go over anything that we need, and if we have any questions. I'm going to pass it on to Pat because she has let me know that we have confirmed a few things. So we'll talk about that, and then I can share the agenda and we can see if there's anything that needs to be tweaked.
So today we were able to confirm the mayor and the city manager will both be there and say a few things. We have not gotten confirmation from Assumption yet whether they're going to send someone. Apparently, the people who normally come to this are on sabbatical and unavailable. So that's an issue. But the other issue is that our winner is not going to Assumption College. I did learn today, though, that we can offer all of the nominees a $1,000 scholarship for 4 years under this agreement with Assumption. So Sarah Beth prepared a list. There aren't many, but at least it's something to offer to people. And then we'll prepare a little something like a little statement for that. I talked with Sam about it this afternoon. It's something to the extent of, the Young Women of Consequence recognizes your nomination by awarding you the potential of the scholarship if you choose to attend Assumption College or Assumption University. It's a $4,000 total for $1,000 per year for 4 years. So that's a good thing coming out of it, but no one getting the big prize. So we'll see. We'll have to, when we do our adjustments to this next year, maybe we have to focus things a little bit differently or something. Sarah Beth confirmed like the catering stuff in terms of food today. I think we have everything we need. We have a Stanley Cup for the Poet Laureate. We have 2 bouquets of flowers coming. We've ordered, I think, all the cutlery and tablecloths and things like that we need. Water, various food, appetizer, nashi things. And I actually confirmed with the cable services today that they'll be there too. So I know you had said something about music playing at the beginning. I didn't know if that was something that they did or something we did, but in any event, they're going to be there. So we can probably funnel that through them.
I believe that was something that they did, so that's perfect, actually.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I am going to see if I can share my screen to kind of go over the agenda. I've also I found my remarks from last year, and so I've created a Google Doc to kind of start putting in just what we might say, so I can share that with everybody.
When you send that, can you make it a Word doc? The city does not like Google Docs anymore. They're somewhat rabid about it. So.
No worries. It's funny. I was actually just gonna ask if that was okay. Just because
I guess a nasty
I know we use Teams. So Pat, it looks like I cannot share. I don't have permission, but I can forward it to you.
Let me see here about that. Let me find you and see why that is. You should
Sarah
be
Beth,
able to.
while we wait, do you need any help from the committee setting up? Is there any need for manpower before the event starts?
You should be able to share now, Morris. I'm going to say
Okay.
yes to that for Sarah Beth.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Show up around 5 to help set
I
up
don't
that
know
day.
yet whether I am helping transport anybody, but I'm definitely gonna have to get things from the store, bring them into the garage and then bring them up. So there's a very good chance that facilities will be able to help me, but I still would need some assistance setting up the table. So if
Okay.
you're there a little early, that would be super awesome. I appreciate it.
Okay. Yep, count me in.
Thank you.
I can be there too.
Awesome,
Yay.
thank you.
Great.
And I think we did plan to arrive a little bit early to do a quick run through, so I can make myself available as well.
Great.
Can everyone see the screen? Okay. So based off of last month's meeting, I put together this agenda. Stephanie, she passed along an agenda that she had found from years past, which was really helpful. So I was able to tweak it based off of what we had put together. So music would start at 5:30. People would likely be trickling in. Music will be playing in the background. The actual program will begin at 6 p.m. and Katie would do an introduction for the poet laureate, and then that would start the program, and we'd thank them, provide them with their gift. I would come in around 6:12 doing welcoming remarks, introducing the mayor and city manager, passing it off to Stephanie to introduce our keynote speaker. And this is, we do know, so it's now Julia Orozco.
Yes,
And then, okay, and then we would do, and then Kate would be introducing our women of consequence and young women of consequence. I am assuming because we don't have anybody from Assumption, we can just remove this from the agenda. Or should we make a remark at least in the beginning to say that nominees are receiving a scholarship?
I would definitely mention it.
I
Okay.
also am waiting to hear a final word from Kira Labonte, who's like the liaison for Assumption with us at the city, if that's their
Okay.
final answer that there's no one coming, because I kind of was like, why can't you come? And she's like, well, I'm gonna see if I can get someone from the provost's office, and I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna follow up with her again tomorrow. I told her we would set this in stone tonight, and that way they would have it finally, and then maybe that would elicit a better response.
Okay, perfect. So we'll update this, and I will keep that Assumption will have a speaker for 1 to 2 minutes in the agenda, and maybe we can plug her in there. And then after the Assumption intros, each of the awardees will do their speech for about 5 minutes, and then we'll close. This is the agenda as is. Does this feel good? Do we need any change?
We do need to just change the name on the young woman of consequence to the person. We went to the second person.
Yep. Update the name.
And we
Okay.
did hear back from a few people about the awards. Was everyone able to look at the picture of the awards and what we had, proposed having written or etched into them? Or is everybody good with that?
Looks like yes, but I do see some hands raised. Stephanie, I saw that you have a hand raised.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this on the last call, but I just want to make sure that we have like a full script that we're able to pass to each other, those that are speaking ahead of time, and then like a copy of it at the podium. So I think maybe what we can
Yes.
do for like follow-up is we each send Pat what we plan on saying, and then we
And
can put together
insert it
like a
into
master
this.
script.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
I started this running document, which I'm going to turn into a Word document for Pat, and we can insert
Beautiful.
everything. So I'll pass that on to Pat, so that we have that ready and everybody can
then
insert their pieces.
That's amazing. And then is Katie gonna like give the Stanley in front of people, or is it more of like a behind the scenes? Here's your
We could
gift?
do it after, like,
Okay,
yeah, just to keep things moving.
okay.
Yeah, and I think in my closing remarks I can say, could we have the following come up to receive our token of gratitude and take pictures. And I can make that announcement in the beginning that we're going to ask folks to come in at the end to receive flowers and pictures. And I'll make it sound nicer than what I'm saying now, but
And to confirm, I had in my notes, we need a bouquet for each, the woman and the young woman, right?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then can I also ask you, since you're making this running script, are you leaving a spot in that, like a blank or an empty area where the keynote speaker will be, and then you're kind of working around that? Or did the
Yeah.
keynote speaker provide the remarks ahead of time last year?
No, they didn't provide their
Okay.
remarks ahead of time. No, but
Okay.
I did. I left a space for it.
Okay.
With the timing, and if we want to have that, we can always request that and add it in,
Mm-hmm.
or they can bring it with them.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't overlooking asking for anything. I didn't think it would be normal to have it ahead of time from the keynote, but that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Also, oh, Sarah Beth, I see that you have your hand raised.
I do. I have a couple of questions that you might already have the answers to.
Mhm.
First one, I did want to point out on the run a show, Winifred's first name is spelled W-I-N-I. And it's Winifred Octave, just so you know how it's pronounced.
Mhm.
Second question I have is, you're gonna have these people come up and speak. As far as I know, I'm not aware. Do they aware they're going to be giving a speech? I don't want them to be caught off guard. Do we want to mention to them that they want to have prepared something, or is it going to be on the fly?
Pat, and the communication with them, did they, was that indicated, or should we
No, but
do some?
No, but we can send them a follow-up email tomorrow if
Okay.
inform us if they'd like to make it. They have what, 2 minutes to make remarks to let us know if they'd like to utilize that, and we'll put it into the run of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
And
a 5 minute, we put aside 5 minutes for each awardee to do
Okay.
a speech. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 5, but they have up to 5.
okay.
Sarah Beth,
And then,
would you just email them tomorrow or even tonight before you leave that if they would like to let us know if they're going to utilize up to
do
5 minutes
we
to make
want them to
comments?
submit something for us to review
I don't think they
before?
need, no, I don't think they need to submit anything, but just let them know it's at their discretion. We just like to know if they're going to utilize the time.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
I have more questions. The flowers, when do we present them? After or when we call them up? Is that something I do or something on your committee that they give the flowers?
So we've in the past presented it after so that they're not holding anything while they're doing their speech. So as they walk off, there should be a committee member who
Okay.
will have flowers and the award to hand to them
Okay. I just
after
didn't
they
know
speak.
if that was one of my responsibilities. So that's awesome. I'll just make sure you know where they are and so forth. And do we have, you mentioned pictures. Is that something the cable takes care of, or who does pictures? I
So
mean, how does that work? Pat, do
we've
you?
never had that formally done. It'd be nice if cable could take some pictures, but typically we're on our phones with the
Okay.
City of Worcester backdrop. But it could be
I'll
nice
reach
to have
out to
some formal.
communications and see if they can't have someone there like they do at other events and see if that can happen.
Yeah, I didn't know if we did, so,
I'm gonna do that right now while we're talking.
okay,
All
that's
right.
it for me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And Pat, you mentioned the awards, and I don't know if we want to take a minute for anybody to provide feedback on the awards. We got the mock-up for both of them. The only thing I noticed was that the Young Woman of Consequence one was a little off-center, which it looked a little different from the Woman of Consequence award, the wording on the actual award, but that's all I noticed. Does anyone else have any other feedback?
That was me. I did the mock-up from the one we got last year, so my formatting may not be perfect, but once we get it from the vendor, it should and it will look perfect.
Okay, thank you.
I think we were more concerned with the wording, if everybody was, because I sort of gleaned that statement out of the annual purpose mission of the whole event. So to break it down into one sort of concrete statement, if everybody was okay with that.
Seems like, could we put thumbs up? Sorry, I had it minimized, so I didn't see everybody's.
Of course, I'm gonna vote yes.
Our
Alright,
votes don't
Looks
count.
good. Looks like everyone agrees.
Great.
Alrighty. And is there anything else that we have concerns about or want to address for opening, closing, anything in between? Stephanie?
I don't think
I
so.
just event promotion. I haven't seen anything yet. Is that gonna start soon? I just
We
saw
ju-
like a lot of people there.
We just met with the communications, I don't know if it was yesterday we met with comms, and it's already on their radar. They had it already on their calendar, so we've been going back and forth with them. So yes, they will be pushing things out for it.
Okay.
And the letters went out to the nominees who didn't win. So
Perfect.
that we put an RSVP on there for them to hopefully let us know if they're gonna at least join us that evening.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
And also the letters to the communication with the awardees. Did we express that they can invite family, friends, coworkers to the event
Yes.
as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in fact, I think Sarah Beth had a rather lengthy discussion, at least with Winifred, because the night of the event is the day her daughter is having her child. So
Oh,
we're a little concerned about that. But
Yeah.
she wanted to say yes, but if it's something prevents
When
her
I
from
told her,
getting.
when I told her the date, she's like, oh, that's the day my grandchild's gonna be born. And she went on to tell me that the baby's in breech, so it has to be done at a certain time someday. So hopefully everything goes smoothly and that she will be able to be there. She said she would. So we'll see what happens.
yeah, that's really exciting for her, and hopefully the dates, hopefully everything goes well. Maybe as a contingency plan, we ask her to send some remarks she would like us to share in place of her speech. And we can, she would have loved to be here, but she wanted to express this, and we're really glad to award her this award and so on.
Good idea.
We can go over that tomorrow, Sarah Beth, and then email her.
Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. I don't have anything else unless anyone is thinking of anything.
So I'll just bring this up, but next month we need to get back on track with the agenda and with discussions. And we have an outstanding request from a member of the public to make a presentation. So, and then we also probably want to touch base about as we're getting new members. I don't know when you all have done your elections in the past, but maybe try and fill these the vacant vice chair and the vacant clerk seat moving forward. So we have, robust leadership on this committee. So, but we don't have to determine that tonight. It's just on my mind to talk to everyone about.
Yeah, maybe we can discuss that more in our next meeting because it'll be a planning meeting.
Mhm.
And I really encourage you guys to think about taking on a leadership role. And I think everybody in this group has been so helpful, so thoughtful and intentional, and bringing together our ideas. And I'd love a thought partner, and not that we can't do that in any other capacity, but it'd be great to have some folks. And you can self-nominate. Don't be shy.
And the clerk is the one who takes the minutes, but our minutes are not bad. So it will be a learning process that I'm happy to work with whoever is the clerk on.
Awesome. Do I have to motion to approve the agenda or anything that we discussed?
I don't think so. I don't think anything requires a motion. If we're all set, we can just go ahead and you can go ahead and do your adjournment.
Alrighty, motion to adjourn the meeting.
Approved. Lauren.
Second, Monica.
So we're going to take a motion to adjourn with a roll call vote. Chair Maris Gonzalez,
Yes.
Member Monica Goodwin,
Yes.
Lauren Morocco,
Yes.
Katie Roy,
Yes.
Stephanie Silva,
Yes.
and Jenny Cow.
Yes.
So we are adjourned at 5:58 p.m. I told you we'd be on time, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Thanks for
This is
having
good. I
me,
can't wait to
ladies.
see you all soon. All right.
Yeah.
See you in a
Yeah,
couple weeks.
if anybody needs anything or if anything comes up, just let me know and we'll if there's anything last minute. I think we have the really big lift things done, but there may be things that we overlooked at the last minute that can come up. So just let us know.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Sarah
Bye,
Beth,
guys.
for
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.